Over the last few years, we have seen European Union being asserted towards playing a significant role in the Indo-Pacific region. Coming together is a beginning, staying together is a progress, and working together is a success. Hello everyone, topic for today's lecturate is NATO, that is North Atlantic Treaty Organization. It is an intergovernmental military alliance of 30 countries bordering the North Atlantic Oceans, including US, Canada, Turkey and most of European Union, which was formed in the year 1949 and has its headquarters in Brussels, Belgium. This military bloc was founded on the premise of cooperative defense, that is, an attack on one member is an attack on all the allies. For example, in 2001, when US was under terrorist attack, all the allies took that attack on themselves and stood against it firmly. The aim and objective with which NATO was formed includes safeguarding the freedom and security, maintaining international peace, crisis management, cooperative defense, and collective security. It also promotes and works towards the reform, modernization, and transformation of military equipments. Over the last few years, we have seen European Union being asserted towards playing a significant role in the Indo-Pacific region, and India knows that no single power can bring stability and security in the region. With China's aggression being shown in the past few years, the question that arises in front of India is, should India join NATO? The answer has many positive implications but with its own ramifications. The arguments for joining this organization includes end of Cold War. Yes, the Cold War ended in 1991, and when NATO was formed, India, being a non-aligned nation, chose to be indifferent towards NATO and Warsaw, which was formed by USSR. However, as the Cold War has ended, this argument holds little justification and many of the non-aligned and neutral countries have joined NATO. The second one is it would create deterrence, because Article 5 of the agreement or the treaty states that an attack on one ally is an attack on all the members, and we know India is at a state where it is under pressure and under the challenge of two-front war with Pakistan and China. Hence, for being part of such a great organization can help to deter the aggressive role of China and Pakistan towards India. Then it also gives us military strategic advantage, because a regular contact between India and the NATO members would enhance our military cooperations, as most of the members are already in arrangements with Indian military by having various bilateral and multilateral exercises every now and then. I know all of this looks and sounds promising, but there is a downside towards getting into or being a member of this organization, which includes there is conflict within NATO. Yes, it is not all rosy within the working of this organization, because in 2018 Trump asked other nations to contribute more of their GDP towards the total budget of military. Then there are also reports of conflict of opinion within the NATO nations, and in 1966 French left NATO because French said that US and UK are the more dominating power in this organization. However, it rejoined back in 2009, but there are sayings that US and UK controls NATO and have a dominating effect on the other member countries. Then this step could also deteriorate our relations with Russia, which is already is not happy about our growing strategic relations with the Western Bloc. And as we all know that India still relies heavily on the Russian military weapons, hence this could lead us to be at a very vulnerable situation, as already Russia and China are having a strengthening relation, which is a point of trouble for India. Then Being a member of this organization will also include India to take part in various conflicts around and over the globe, and India being a developing country does not need to waste its resources on the matter of other countries, because we need the money for ourselves, for our growth and development. To conclude, I would like to state that with the pragmatic engagement of India with the Western countries, it is important for the Indian foreign policy makers to enhance and analyze the situation and make a smart move for the betterment and benefit of our nation. Thank you.